Hello guys, today's video is about two ladies who were neighbors, but one of them used to be the freeloader person, someone who takes advantage of somebody else's generosity. The video starts when one of the ladies is coming home from the mini market and the other one was sweeping her yard. But since she saw her with some groceries, immediately she stopped her and presented herself as her neighbor, and also asked Jennifer to lend her the blender because she didn't have one and she had like some fruits that were getting damaged because she didn't have a blender at home. Nicely, Jennifer invited her to look for the blender in her house, but she told her to stay at the door so she will go ahead and look for the blender for her. But as we can see, she's inside the house already, even in the kitchen. She didn't hesitate to ask her for a little bit of sugar because she didn't have it at home. And as we can see, she saw that that was not enough and asked her for a little bit more. Then she took the blender and told her that she will return the blender once she's done with the juice. And she did it.
¡Vine a devolverlo prestado! Pero fue rápido. Sí, fue así una vez. Mira, aquí está su vaso limpiecito. No tenía cuchilla, pero yo le puse una que tenía allá. Ay, excusa, porque se me olvidó.
But next day in the morning, before Jennifer even wake up, she was in the house calling her because she needed some phosphor and also the blender again. My goodness.
Buen día, vecina. ¿Cómo está pasando? Buenos días, no pasa nada, vecina. Era para que usted me pusiera un fósforo para que...
What an neighbor this. 2 days later, Jennifer wanted to make a juice, but she remembered that she didn't have the blender at home because she lent the blender to her neighbor, and the neighbor still has the blender in her house. So she went to look for her blender, but unfortunately, the neighbor wasn't there. That means that she couldn't make the juice that time. But that's not all. Just 5 days later, this happened.
Bueno, la foto está bien. Bueno, yo espero que la vecina no se
She
moleste.
thinks that's her house.
Déjame poner estos coditos, que te lo último. Ya puse las dos, ya me llama bueno. ¿Aló?
Hola Margarita.
Ah, mira, que yo voy a ir a ponerme la señal para que esté anoche.
On this part of the video, she's being careful as we can see because she didn't want her neighbor to see her because she always needs something from her. But what she didn't notice that she will find her in her house.
Buen día,
Let's
vecina.
check it out.
Buen día, vecina. Yo me tomé el atrevimiento de poner la comida aquí porque se me cuelga y yo tengo visita. Yo espero que no le moleste.
No, molestar no. ¿Por qué? ¿Y le falta mucho?
Ahora fue que yo empecé. Pero tranquila, que yo le saco de la mía. Lo que yo no tengo es jugo para brindar.
Ah, mira, qué casualidad, yo compré uno.
Next day, Margarita went to Jennifer's house to look for some water, and Jennifer just gave her the water because she didn't have any other option. On this part of the video, she was talking with her friend about the situation with her neighbor, and Margarita just arrived, and they start sharing a little bit because they're not enemies, you know. On this part of the video, Margarita was asking Jennifer for some items that she needed at home, but Jennifer refused to lend her anything because she realized that Margarita was abusing of her generosity. And as she couldn't help her, Margarita got mad. Same day in the afternoon, Jennifer went to look for her blender because it was on her neighbor's house and it had almost a week there. Once she gave her the blender, she asked Jennifer to hurry up because she will use the blender that day. Like, I'm laughing because she's talking like the blender belonged to her and it's not like this, you know. Same day, Margarita went to Jennifer's house to look for the blender, but Jennifer refused to lend her the blender once again, and Margarita got offended and started yelling at her, saying like, I mean, she doesn't have to be like this because it's just a blender. And Jennifer told her everything she needs to hear because she was abusing. And after all of that, Margarita went home disappointed with Jennifer. That's always happens. At the end of the video, Jennifer duplicated her house security because she didn't want to see her neighbor once again close to her house. And this was today's video. And remember, if you want to see the full video, you can go to any of her platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, even TikTok, and you will see all of the videos. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.